In a small village, surrounded by green fields and broken roads, there lived a 17-year-old boy named Kabir. His father owned a tiny mechanic shop made of tin sheets and old tools. Every morning, Kabir sat beside his father, fixing motorcycles and cleaning engine parts while listening to the sound of metal and oil. He loved machines. When others played, Kabir was busy opening an old scooter's engine just to see how it worked. He dreamed of one day building something big, a car that would carry his father's name on it. But in their village, dreams like that were often called foolish. One evening, while they were repairing a tractor, Kabir said, "Father, one day I will build cars that people around the world will drive." His father smiled tiredly, wiping sweat from his forehead. "Son," he said softly, "dreams are expensive. We cannot even afford new tools." Kabir did not reply, but something in his heart whispered, "God gave me this dream for a reason." Years passed. His father fell ill, and the small shop became Kabir's responsibility. He worked day and night, repairing bikes, trucks, and jeeps, but he always saved 1 hour at night to study, reading about engines, design, and technology under the dim light of a kerosene lamp. One day, a city businessman's car broke down near the village. Kabir repaired it within an hour. The man was impressed. "You have real skill," he said. "Come to the city. I can help you find a better job." Kabir's heart filled with hope. He took a bus to the city, but life there was not kind. He worked in a big automobile company, but not as an engineer, only as a cleaner. Every day, he cleaned floors while watching others work on designs he understood better than anyone. Sometimes, he whispered to himself, "Why, God? Why am I here cleaning when I can build?" But still, he did not stop learning. He watched, listened, and remembered everything. One night, when everyone left the workshop, Kabir stayed back and quietly repaired a rejected engine prototype. The next morning, the head engineer noticed it running perfectly. "Who did this?" he asked. Kabir raised his hand slowly, afraid. The engineer stared at him. "You? The cleaner?" From that day, everything changed. The company gave him a small position in the design department. He worked harder than anyone, often sleeping in the workshop, surviving on tea and bread. But success does not come without storms. After a few years, the company shut down due to losses. Once again, Kabir lost everything. He walked on the empty streets of the city, holding his bag of tools, tears falling on the dust. He looked at the sky and said, "God, I tried everything. Why do you keep breaking my plans?" But deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, "Because my plan is bigger." Months later, Kabir started repairing vehicles again, this time on the roadside. One day, a rich businessman brought his car for repair. Kabir fixed it perfectly and even improved its mileage. Impressed, the man said, "You think differently. Ever thought of starting your own workshop?" Kabir smiled sadly. "Sir, I have no money." The man replied, "You have something more valuable than money, belief." He invested in Kabir's idea. Together, they opened a small workshop. Years passed. That small workshop became a factory. And one day, after 10 long years of sweat, struggle, and tears, Kabir launched his first car, designed by him and built by his team. He looked at the sky and whispered, "Now I understand, God. You were never denying my dream. You were preparing me for it." My friend, when life breaks your plans, it is not rejection, it is redirection. Sometimes God removes everything you thought you needed, just to give you something far greater than you imagined. He takes you through the dark roads, not to punish you, but to make you strong enough to drive your destiny. When you think God is breaking your dream, He is actually building your destiny. Trust the delay. Every struggle is a silent part of His better plan for you.